This is Liberated Love Notes, a podcast on Living Corporate Network hosted by yours truly, Brittany Janay, creator of Liberated Love Notes, critical self-reflections and affirmations for the culture. Y'all already know Liberated Love Notes is your source for weekly doses of self-reflection, affirmation, and reimagining for us by us. Y'all, I've been thinking about how music is legit a form of like lyrical theology. Music is thought leadership. Black music is lessons learned, right? I think about, in the spirit of remembering, music is actually how I learned to spell my name. Word to MC Assassin, otherwise known as my father, Braxton's Babu. Music is actually how Braxton, who is my son, y'all, learned how to spell his name. It go a little something like the B, the R, the A, the X, the T, the O, the N is Braxton. And he'll be like, hold up, is and so I share all of this because none of this is like lost on me when I think about how music in the present has really been a tool to just shape my own consciousness. I learned so much from music. I think about how artists, specifically Black artists, have used music as a tool for storytelling. Y'all, I've actually used music quite a bit as a learning modality in sessions, in workshops, and training and learning experiences that I facilitate. I mean, it's something about hearing sounds of Blackness, so like an Erykah Badu, Arrested Development, if I'm taking it back, Jilly from Philly. It's something about hearing that in a corporate context that makes it feel just like a little bit like home. It makes that space feel a little bit like home. And so I am drawn to music as a learning tool. Anyways, there is this song that this song by Moo Fresh, y'all, that I've been listening to. It's actually part of this playlist. So I think about music being part of my praxis and practice. I have this playlist, Liberated Love Songs to Self. I'm actually thinking about throwing it up on the site. There's a bunch of different songs that are culturally affirming, racially affirming, self-affirming, all Black, everything. I'm gonna throw it on the site. I'll drop it in the show notes. But there's this song that I have included on this playlist by Moo Fresh, and I listen to it often. The name of it is Keys to Happiness. And the message like really, really resonates with me, especially just kind of like based on where I am right now in life. And it connects back to like some of the reflections I've been having, reflections that I think are relevant to this episode. And so I like low key, high key want to play it for y'all. Y'all already know I do not own the rights to this music. I feel like I need to share that so the podcast police don't get me. But I want to play it because I feel like it's relevant. And so I am going to play it. And just a clip, not the whole song, but just a clip. And then just want to use it to frame up some of what I've been reflecting on, thinking about for this episode. And so, yeah, this is Moo Fresh, a clip from Key to Happiness. Again, I don't own the rights to this music, y'all.
I'm finally living freely. Ain't worried about who or what ain't for me. And even if the sun don't shine, even if life ain't kind, victory's mine. Ooh, I finally found my happiness. Listen, I've been all around the world, and I must confess, I found true happiness in those who had much less. Capitalism, it got us all in a mess. Thinking joy can only come from us having the best. Shoes, cars, sex, big name, brands on our chest. You's a fool, what you thought? You just chasing the next. What we lacking is perspective, a true collective where we can feel connected and protected, loved and not rejected. It's simple. We all looking for the same thing. Love, love and
Y'all, I hope it resonated with y'all as much as that song resonates with me. There's a clip. There's a the hook or the chorus in and of itself is message. I think I found the key to happiness. Ain't got nothing to do with who the best. I finally believe in happiness. I'm finally living freely. I think I found the key to happiness. Ain't got nothing to do with who said what, who the best, right? I think about liberation being personal. Mm. And then when Mumu get down to the verse, I've been all around the world and I must confess, I found true happiness in those with less. Capitalism got us all in a mess, thinking joy can only come from us having the best. Music is theology. Y'all, Bell Hooks talks about, and I know I feel like I reference Bell Hooks a lot. When I tell you, certainly one of the elders on my intellectual board of directors, Bell Hooks talks about this quest for having the best, trying to be seen as the best. She talks about that being fundamental to our experiences in a culture of domination. We oftentimes find ourselves always, being responsive to or striving to be responsive to this sense of not enoughness. And so being the best, being seen as the best, getting ahead, trying to stay ahead, trying to beat, whoever, be better than whomever, without attention to the cost. Be so focused on being the best, having the best, being seen as the best, getting ahead. Again, cultural domination, y'all, trying to be responsive to this intrapersonal sense of not enoughness without attention to the cost. And so at what cost? Whether it's to ourselves, to others, whether it's a cost to the collective. And so with all of that in mind, y'all, this song by Moo Fresh legit feel like gospel. Like it legit feel like a sermon. And so it resonates with me very practically because I've been reflecting on just what it means to have a, vision for oneself, whether it's like a leadership vision, whether it's like a vision for like your business. I think about how, in the context of our culture, a culture so steeped in individualism and competition that, hey, is so steeped in white supremacy and colonialism, it is so common for us to create visions and like strive to be or make goals around being the best or like being better than, right? Better than like someone else like is silent, but like better than, right? I actually once heard and have been reflecting on this, someone whom I admire and have a lot of love for, y'all, a leader, share that their vision was, for their work, their organization to be seen as like the best at what they do. When folks think about that industry, they know that there is no one better. And that's fair. That's actually like hella common, right? And I've been reflecting on like, what is lost? What is lost when one's vision is dependent on, or there's like a contingency around another? And by another, I mean like another being othered, right? My vision is for me to be seen as better than the best, which suggests that someone else may be less than or like not as good. Like what happens when our vision, whether it's for ourselves or our business, what have you, our vision around being the best is contingent on someone else being seen as lesser than or not enough. I ain't saying having a vision around being best at or better than is right or wrong, y'all. I'm just wondering. I'm just kind of in this space of wondering. And so I'm going to personalize this, right? I think about myself. I don't know that I want to be known as this like premier coach or advisor or practitioner for black leaders. Like I don't know that that's like the vision, right? I don't know that I want liberated love notes to be the most well-known affirmation card deck, or liberated love notes to be the premier place for resources for black folks. I don't know that I want how I see my work or my vision to be contingent on this like external sourcing for validation or approval. I do know that I want, and maybe this is the reframe. I want every Black person who comes in contact with me and my work to feel love, y'all. And maybe it's not every. Maybe it's not every. Because one, I think about how white supremacy tells us that progress is only progress if it's more, that things only have value if it can be measured in sort of mass, this whole quantity over quality, right? I think about, I want liberated love notes, not necessarily to be seen as the best affirmation deck or the best podcast or like the best place for resources any more than I want liberated love notes to be possibility, to serve as possibility for what it means to use one's experience and brilliance to solve for our own problems and needs. I want that to be my North Star, y'all. I would invite you to just think about like your own vision or maybe even goals for yourself or your business, your leadership, and really sit with and reflect on to what extent, to what extent is your vision for yourself, your business, grounded in this spirit of competition and individualism, and perhaps not enough on impact, right? To what extent might your vision for yourself or your business be so steeped in a spirit of competition, individualism, that there's not enough attention to impact? And so I'm calling on us to really, in community, unlearn this perpetual need to constantly be validated through mainstream oppressive norms. Unlearn this need to be the one and only, to be ahead or get ahead and stay ahead, to be seen as the best. I actually think there's a difference between striving to be your best and striving to be the best. There's a difference between striving to be my best. I strive to be my best, not necessarily the best, right? Because the latter will really have us on this metaphorical hamster wheel, y'all. This metaphorical hamster wheel, burning ourselves out, burning other folks out, taking on projects and tasks beyond our capacity just to be seen, to feel seen. It'll have us out here going through value and identity crisis, because rather than being rooted in what's true to us, we latching on to everything that feels new and sort of vogue in. It'll have us out here trying to stay ahead of this like manufactured competition and miss out on opportunity to build as part of a broader collective. Y'all, and this is kind of a sidebar, but related. A few days ago, I posted a picture of me pulling from a My Therapy card deck, another Black-owned card deck. And someone commented on my picture like, wow, I love how you're promoting someone else's like card deck. And I thought to myself, like, dang, Imagine the state of affairs when supporting another Black person doing similar work is noble and not just the bare minimum. I'm like, abundance mindset teens, right? All 2021 and beyond, right? Anyway, I digress. I share all this to say, and I'm keeping today's episode, this week's episode, fairly short and succinct. I say all this to say that today and this week, I really, really want to affirm that being my best, being your best is enough. Today and this week, I affirm that I will not, we will not be seduced by the world's call to be great at the expense of another. Mm. We will not, I will not be seduced by this world's call to be great at the expense of another. We will, what we're going to do though, what we will do, what I will do is continue to lean into and honor our individual brilliance and seek out opportunity to be in community with others. I'm going to say that again. We will continue to lean into and honor our individual brilliance and seek out opportunity to be in community with others. I will, we will prioritize authentic impact over mainstream validation and competition. Mm. We will prioritize authentic impact over mainstream validation and competition. I strive to be my best, y'all. Not the best. I strive to be my best. Frankly, I think that is more true to us than some of this white supremacist, patriarchal, individualism, capitalistic norm stuff. That's true to us, y'all. This week, I strive to be my best. I hope you strive to be your best. I hope you know that that in and of itself is enough. I promise. Peace, y'all.